Hey, we got Drewz Viewz here, back for a reaction to Russian Doll for the final time with the show, because today I'm up to the finale, episode 8, which is called Ariadne? Ariadne, I don't know how to pronounce that, I don't know what it is, what it means. I don't think that's a character we met or anything, but the question is, are we going to find out what's going on finally this episode? Is everything going to tie together for Nadia and Alan? Last time on, they kind of came to some, well, Alan came to some conclusions or to some understanding that, after his whole suicide thing, he's deciding to try to be the bigger person and forgive his girlfriend that cheated on him. So they had a nice little conversation last time. Mike, the guy, even came in and he was fine. But Nadia had a little bit of a rougher episode where she kept seeing her former self as a child around the time that her mom got separated from her, or she got taken away out of custody from her. And we saw the flashbacks with the mom breaking mirrors, doing watermelon things, arguing with Ruth, all that stuff. But Nadia kept seeing herself as the child there, and every time that would signal a new death for her, like a heart attack or different things. And of course, Alan's dying every time too. They always die together. So is it something now where they, Nadia's feeling guilty about how things went down with her mom? Is this all like guilt-based, or is it like something that they need to like come to acceptance with? Is that why it's happening? It seems like something like that, but I still don't know exactly. And there were some good scenes last time with Alan also meeting that they're Nadia's two friends that obviously they don't really know who he is, but he knows them well. What else happened? Oh, the end was a little crazy. She took the book. Well, first she was like talking more about her mom with Ruth, and Ruth was saying it's like not how you remember it, but Nadia's like, I don't think that matters. There's still something I need to change. She took the book from the previous episode where she was gonna meet her ex John's daughter there in the restaurant, met the girl whose dad wasn't there. That's another thing, I guess, that happened. A bunch of people kept disappearing, so it's not just that Nadia's dying more and more and seeing herself. Every time they're coming back, more people are gone. Like even in the one part, it was just the friend was the only one left at the party, no one else. She couldn't leave, so yeah, I guess there is like there's a little bit of a clock on things now. And they finally addressed like the rotting fruit thing too last time, where she sliced it open but it was still good on the inside. But anyway, at the end, yeah, she met the daughter. Then she started choking on a piece of glass. Seemed to be from like the mom's shattered mirror or whatever. The girl turned into herself, and then she was bleeding out on the ground. So that's where we stand heading into the finale. Time for me to find out how it all ends. Alright, so that was the conclusion of Russian Doll. Happy ending. They might not be happy, but they'll be together, not alone, whatever. It didn't completely explain why they were linked together in the first place, unless I completely missed it, but I don't know. I mean, it was kind of clever, how they did the ending, and they had to save each other, basically. Yeah, I don't know why that. A couple things, I guess. I don't know why. I still don't exactly know why they're linked together still, like I said, other than they just both needed to be saved on that night, I guess. They both had issues with things, but a lot of people do. A lot of other people probably died in New York that night anyway, whatever. But I guess you're not supposed to think about that too hard. Based from the last episode, how it ended and everything, I'm not exactly sure why they woke up in this back in the original timelines or the opposite ones of each other. Is it just because with the people disappearing, whatever? Is that like it's gonna keep happening? Then this was their one chance, and if this didn't work out, they both die for real? I guess maybe that's implied. I'm not sure. But anyway, I guess the whole mystery element didn't follow through as much, maybe. But the show was still really good. Like the acting's really good, and it was very funny. Obviously, and Natasha Lyonne did a great job there with some of the humor and everything like that. Even till the end, calling herself a cross between Dice Clay and the girl from Brave. You know, good self-deprecation and all that, with mixed in with the smoking, the cynicism, everything. Good character. You know, some of the parts of the show are unrealistic. Not the literal, you know, fantasy element of this, but what I harped on a little bit about the New York stuff, whatever, you know. Yeah, happy I watched it overall, though. Probably ending it. Yeah, I think most people binged this when it came out, so I'm like weeks behind everyone probably in concluding it. But yeah, glad I reacted to it. It's definitely a type of show that has some good scenes, you know, surprises and things like that. Things to laugh at, obviously, other than the kind of like, yeah, the comedy from Nadia and the rest of her friends and the rest of the characters, you know. A lot of the deaths were comical as well. I'd say my favorite is still probably, I think it was in episode 2, maybe 2 or 3, but where the second time she falls down the not the drain, but the hole in the ground there. Whatever you call those damn things, where that lead to the basement below. But that was hanging open. You know, Netflix does call it season 1, episodes, whatever. Do they just do that for all limited shows? I'm not sure, but I don't really see how this could have a season 2 unless they just kind of, it would be like, oh, it's happening again. Oh my god, that would be silly. I guess they could just have the adventures of Nadia and Alan, see where their story goes from here. Just turn it into like a regular sitcom. Could be interesting, but no, probably won't be the case. I guess it could be like an anthology show, like, I don't know, you know, like Fargo or one of these shows, American Horror Story, one of these shows where they like have a different thing it's the same kind of thing, but they have a different storyline with new characters every season. So 2 new characters doing the live, die, repeat. It would be maybe interesting. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I'll probably have more thoughts on the show. You know, it's fresh just watching the finale here. I have a hard time sometimes, yeah, getting all my thoughts together on it, think of things later as they happen, but I talked about, back when I'd only watched, I think, the first episode, on a podcast I do with my friend Eric, you know, I talked a little bit about the show, and I'm going to do another episode with him coming up soon. Well, we might talk about Russian Doll again, so maybe I'll get some of my thoughts out there if you want to check that out. Brooklyn Rebound Network podcast, another New York connection there, even though I'm out on the West Coast now, still living that New York life vicariously through Nadia and through my friend podcasting. Yeah, so we talk about sports, movies, all type of stuff. Different episodes have different themes and topics, whatever. But yeah, I think we'll maybe do a little more Russian Doll discussion. So you could search that if you have any interest. But thanks everyone for watching my reactions here. If you enjoyed them, feel free to subscribe to my channel if you're not, or leave comments, anything like that. Check out some other stuff I'm reacting to. And yeah, we all survived, guys. We're gonna wake up tomorrow in a new day, but you should still, you know, watch out for cars, watch out for the sides of buildings, and anything like that, gas leaks, all of that. Stay safe out there, and I'm out of here. Peace.
I got a split. What the fuck?